A first in When's World. Ladies and gentlemen, the When's World prediction champion, Damascus Dez. I guess he's lost on the road to Damascus, blinded by the light, maybe fell off his steed. In any case, Vincent Kennedy Bucci, need I pull out the wrestling encyclopedia here? Found it right here. Chapter 27, paragraph 3, appendices 9, clearly states if you do not show up on time to the prediction meeting, you shall be forced to vacate. I said vacate your prediction championship, and that is exactly what's happening right here, right now. Now, let's just say this. If Desmond chooses to show up, When's the Merciful will show up as well. I will grant him mercy because I've been shown tons of mercy in my life. But if he decides that he's too big time for the show, well, I'll tell you something here, Damascus Dez. That's not true. That's all I got. So I need to work on my promos, evidently. Booch, let's get to it. We talked about this pay-per-view, Wrestlepalooza, for the first time ever, coming through. You got to pay $30 a damn month to watch it on ESPN. Watch our video on that. We'll link it here. So you definitely want to check that out. It's probably going to be a lot better than this one. So with that said, let's go through these matches, Booch. We have, at this point, prior to Friday Night SmackDown, we have five matches. Apparently opening the show, we have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Now, we're going to talk about this strictly from a wrestling perspective. Obviously, nobody is really a fan of Lesnar competing, given the allegations against him. It's crazy. It's like insane. But as far as this actual match goes, I think I love that this is starting it off, because if anything, this will probably be the match of the night. A lot of people feel like the match of the night should close the show. I could see it either starting or ending the card. So it's a winner in my book. John Cena on his retirement tour. This is truly a historic rivalry. What is this, the 6th time these guys have wrestled each other now?
Roughly, yeah.
And I was on X earlier, aka Twitter for all you old heads, and I got to see a finisher in 2002 or 2003. Think about that. 22 years ago, these guys are wrestling each other. 22 years ago. It's insane. And here they are. They're doing it for the last time. The last time is now. Vincent Kennedy Bucci, since you showed up to the prediction championship session here, what say you on this match? John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Historic rivalry match on John Cena's retirement tour.
Yes. So you heard what I had to say about it. I won't repeat it again because I know we want to stick quickly on the match here. Here's the thing. John Cena is really hyping this up like he's afraid of Brock Lesnar, but he's still going to fight him. And it's normally a cliche thing to say, but it works here because, again, he's been taken to Suplex City so many times. And
so nice of you to join us, Desmond. Thank you for coming today.
You know, I'm the champion. I make the rules. I come when I'm ready. I defend my title when I want.
He's going back in the waiting room till he changes his attitude. Back in the waiting room. He's going back there. I don't have time for that nonsense. This is my Zoom room. This is my show. You may be the temp champ, but that's all you are. Okay, now I'll let him back in.
Okay. Jesus Christ, I thought he really hung up.
Are you done?
I wasn't, you know, I could keep going. I mean, this is the...
Do we need to escort you? I have Virgil here. Virgil is here. He can escort you back into the waiting room.
Quenz, You don't know him like I know him. He could do this all day. Let's just get to the first match.
I think the
We could do
people,
this
I think the
for an
people
hour
want
and a
to,
half.
the people want, unfortunately for everybody else, the people do want the predictions of the current, and I mean temporary champ.
Well,
Damascus
stripping of the
Desmond.
title, no one wants to see a stripping of the title. You know, it's like Macho Man used to say, win him in the ring, lose him in the ring.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't have been our choice. According to the rule book, that would have been something that he decided by not showing up. But since you're here, When's the Merciful has also shown up. Damascus Des, you can go after Booch, but we are here talking about Wrestlepalooza. If you didn't hear our takes on why and how and the nonsense on where this is streaming, you'll have to watch that video. We don't have time for it. But we're talking Cena, Lesnar, apart from the politics, apart from the lawsuits, just wrestling only. Booch, as you were saying.
Yeah, so the thing is, they're saying, like, Cena's really hyping up the fact about being afraid of Brock Lesnar, which makes sense because he got taken to Suplex City. Because, again, that's the part that's worrying me is the last time we saw Cena in a ring, he was beaten, victimized, conquered, tossed around the ring. And that was when he was in his prime. Now he's in his 40s, he's in his late 40s, tail end of his career. I'm now supposed to believe that he went into a hyperbolic time chamber, turned into a goddamn Super Saiyan. This is now going to be a back and forth match.
In all fairness, Brock's also at the end of his career.
It's a good point.
Yeah. True.
Brock doesn't magically stop aging just because he went away for a while.
Yeah, but but Brock is also a freak of nature. I know Cena is too, but Brock is level.
Cena's been proven he's a freak of nature since 2002.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying it's like kind of like a Wolverine Sabretooth kind of thing. But anyway, except neither one of them is doing this till they're 90. But anyway, I had to really sit here and think. This is the one match where I'm like, this is the match where, unlike in Clash in Paris, Cena should win. Because last time, I feel like in Clash in Paris, as phenomenal as that match was, I felt Logan needed that win more because he's going to be sticking around and is going to be the next top star. So I felt John winning that was a bad idea. But I do think Cena winning here is beneficial because even though he's leaving at the end of the year, Brock, unless he's got some other feud coming up, which I don't know who else they're going to put him with, I don't see Brock sticking around long enough for that win to matter to him. Plus, depending on what happens with the trial, he may not ever come back. So just because WWE cleared you doesn't mean the U.S. court did. So they got to factor that in too. So I will go with John Cena to win this.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Cena's going to win, and it has nothing to do with that. Realistically, what's going to end up happening is Brock's not back for a run. Brock is back as a favor for Cena's final run as an attraction. This is about cleaning up a loss in Cena's past. Cena's going to win this match.
Yeah. I mean, they're both 48 years old, guys. I thought, honestly, that Cena was older based on the bald spot, but they're both about to be 50 in less than 2 years.
He doesn't have a bald spot anymore. He got it fixed.
Well, hey, it just goes to show you're not ugly, you're just poor. That's all that means.
don't believe me, ask Post Malone.
You look at Tom Brady's rookie, like when he did the combine, he's all like skinny, and now he's all like his jaw is chiseled. You know, millions of dollars will buy you anything. Yeah, dude, this is a no-brainer. Like, Booch, you nailed it. It's everything you just said. Plus, it's a retirement tour. I just hope this is not a cheesy match. Like, I hope it's just not all F5s, spears, and attitude adjustments. Like, I want to see a little bit more than that.
Who do you think's going to be landing spears?
Brock Lesnar will give him one. Watch, Brock Lesnar will give him one spear. You'll see it. That's my tiebreaker for the day. One spear by Brock Lesnar. We might see it. You never know. So all three of us for John Cena on that one, and I don't think anybody's actually picking Brock Lesnar to win this match. Let's see if we differ here, because this match, no, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Des, we'll start with you on this one. Cody Rhodes putting it on the line against Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship. Is there more than meets the eye here? To me, this is just silly. This is just like, why are you doing this? Cody's not losing this belt, but is there a chance? Huh?
Well, something they've proven here recently is there's always a chance. Okay. Yes, Triple H does tend to like longer runs, but they really aren't doing anything with Cody right now. And it's a lot of this to do with the fact that he's filming a movie and they're just kind of throwing this together. I realistically don't see I don't see Drew winning, if only for the fact that I think if it even gets close, CM Punk will say fuck that shit and get involved. Because nobody stopped CM Punk from winning more titles than Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. So I think that Punk could get involved if it came down to that. But I don't think it's going to come down to that. I think this is just going to be a pretty straightforward match. We know that that Cody's not likely to lose the belt. So I think it's kind of it should be a good match. They're both phenomenal in the ring, but I don't see it being a shock win with McIntyre.
Interesting. Vincent Kennedy Bucci, what do you think?
Definitely Cody's winning. I mean, unless they're going to pull some kind of major swerve, because apparently Triple H said, expect a surprise at Wrestlepalooza. To which I replied, I will be surprised if this is actually an interesting pay-per-view, because I've never been more underwhelmed by a card in my life. Which is why I said, who the hell would pay $30 for this card, let alone period. But I'll say this. I think Cody's going to win, because the only swerve I can think of happening, and someone mentions on Twitter, is if Drew McIntyre is going to win this match, chances are the final boss is getting involved. Because I think Punk is too busy with his match to give a shit about this. I think he's too embroiled in this to waste his time with that. So there's going to be interference. It's going to be from that. If he's not showing up, which I'm not holding my breath. He probably isn't. Then Cody's winning. I don't see a reason for Cody to lose the belt unless this Street Fighter movie is going to keep him away longer than anticipated. Unless he has for a long time or not be able to work his schedule around it.
So are you calling a clean win like Damascus Dez, or are you saying by DQ?
No, I say Cody wins. Cody's winning, flat out.
Straight up or via
Straight
DQ?
Up. Flat out. Crossroads, maybe two or three, and then that's it.
All right, I'm going to take the same path. However, I'm going to throw a subtle nuance into there. I believe that Cody wins, but he wins via disqualification.
Okay.
So you think that McIntyre is going to hit him with a weapon or say "fuck you"?
I mean, it could be that, or it could be what you described, Damascus Dez, where Punk gets involved and it's in a position where the referee sees it, and then he just throws the match out, and then there'll be more.
You know, fairness, in that case, Cody would lose but retain his title.
Right.
But that's the point. We don't call who takes the title home. We call who wins the match.
Right. But I was just saying that Cody wins, but I think it's going to be via DQ. So, because you guys both said it would be straight up, so I just wanted to make a subtle difference
Cody,
there.
so Drew McIntyre's going to get disqualified and Cody's going to win. What are you saying?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yep.
All right, we're trying to clarify that.
This one's interesting. I think I already know where Desmond's going on here, but let's wait on that because I want to hear Booch's take on IYO SKY versus Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship. As you know, the pregnancy of Naomi caused the vacation of this title, and after Saturday, we will crown a brand new Women's World Champion. I'm kind of excited about this, guys. Like, it sucks when you have to vacate a title. We don't like seeing it, but it happens. Happened with Finn Balor, the real Universal Champion. Just going to say it. But that was so long ago. Nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Vincent Kennedy Bucci. Is it time to move on from IYO? Is it time to move on from the thought of IYO SKY always being our champion or being close to the championship? Is it a new time for Stephanie Vaquer? That's what we all want to know.
I think that was the original plan. I think Naomi was probably going to drop the belt to her because, like I said, Stephanie Vaquer has been pushed way too fast. Again, I'm not, and I said this before a million times. I don't want it to be misunderstood. I take nothing away from her talent, and I take nothing away from her promos because she cuts them very well. For someone with English as a second language, she cuts it very well.
Yeah.
I think it's very well done, and I respect that. I just feel like it's a lot too fast. Like she was literally in NXT for like a cup of coffee, and then boom, went to the main roster, and then boom, won this battle royal, and then now is getting this match. So I feel like they are invested in Stephanie Vaquer. That's how I feel. So I feel like this is where they want to go with it. And everybody knows how I feel about IYO SKY, but regardless, she's already been the champion. It's been there, done that. I feel like her feud needs to be with Rhea. Her and Rhea need to settle the score and go that way. IYO doesn't need this belt. And it would be goddamn ridiculous to just go right back to her. So I feel like Stephanie's going to win because they want to build a new star, or at least they need to. And clearly they have something. Because if you're not going to put the title on Stephanie, why call her up this fast? Why take her out of NXT and put her women's title on one of the worst NXT women's champions I've ever seen, and just to call her up and then not give her the belt? That's the waste. It's a waste of her time. It's a waste of TV time, and it's a waste of the money invested. So that investment needs to pay off. Stephanie needs to win.
Agreed. But I want to hear what Desmond has to say. Go ahead, Des.
I mean, you're right on the result. You're completely wrong on the reasoning. Stephanie's winning. I'm going to make that very clear, just to start out with. But the reason I see it is because you're missing the obvious thing. They're writing a story. This story has been going for well over a month now, and that story is Asuka's heel turn. What we're looking at here is Asuka's on a power trip, and the more IYO says that she doesn't need her, the more pissed off Asuka gets. Asuka's going to screw IYO SKY over. We're going to see it. And Stephanie's going to win.
Great insight. I didn't even think about that. Is this the end of the Kabuki Warriors? Is this what you're telling me right now?
I don't know. It could be the end of the Kabuki Warriors, or we could see Kairi Sane following Asuka into heeldom. It could start out with Asuka being a pure heel and Kairi just be listening to her, being that little bitch that she's been here recently. Or we could see Kairi finally get to that point where she snaps and turns heel alongside of Asuka. I don't know how it's going to go. Or we could see Kairi join IYO and start defending IYO and fighting against Asuka. I don't know how that part of the story is going to happen, but I do know that story, that Asuka and IYO is the next rivalry. And Stephanie Vaquer has plenty of rivals that she's building with. We're going to see Stephanie. I think the next thing we're going to see is Stephanie and Rhea. And the reason I think that is because I think they're going to hold off on Rhea and IYO until at least, I'll say at least, no, we're about to be there. So it won't be Survivor Series. It'll end up being either the Rumble, or they might hold out till for Mania. But so they're going to hold off on that for a while. Because there are so many other stories that are being written right now.
Interesting take. No, it makes a lot of sense. And yeah, sky's the limit for Stephanie Vaquer. Is it Vaquer or Vaquer?
I think it's Vaquer.
I like to make people sound fancy when I call their last name.
I've heard people say Vaquer. I've heard it said Vaquer.
Vaquer, okay.
Yeah, some people say Vaquer, Vaquer. I say Vaquer, unless.
I mean, I don't think anybody knows how to fucking pronounce it, and we just go with what we go with.
I'm just going until she herself corrects me.
Yeah.
If she tells me how it's pronounced, I'll go with her answer. But until then, I'm going with this.
Yeah, it's like when somebody asked Bijan Robinson how to say his name. He's like, it's actually pronounced Bijan, like Dijon, but Bijan. Don't try Bijan. And we have a tendency to make it extra because we don't,
Yeah. So Washington said his name is actually Denzel.
Yeah.
You just ruined my world.
No. Actually, that interview was actually really interesting because he was talking about. He said, "I was actually Denzel, but he's Denzel Jr. His dad was Denzel. So when his mom would go Denzel, they would both answer. And so his mom's actually the first one to call him Denzel. So no, from now on, you are Denzel.
Huh? That's great.
Yeah.
See what you learn here in When's World. You never know what you're gonna learn. The more you know. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I missed when WWE was on Peacock. Sorry, I just
Yeah, no. So does Vinny, because I just canceled my Peacock subscription and he was using it.
Like, hey, I respect it from a money standpoint. I get it, but little friendly heads up would have been nice.
I legitimately didn't know you were using it for anything other than WWE, so I didn't think nothing of it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I used it for, but I had classic pay-per-views I'm watching for my reviews and stuff. Like, but thankfully, apparently my dad got one, so now I'm good. But so I'm good. But I was just like, again, it's his subscription. He can cancel it if he wants. I'm just saying, if you're sharing it with a friend, call your friend up. Hey, I'm gonna cancel this thing. All right, good to know. Here I am about to watch Twisted Metal, and I can't watch Twisted Metal.
Use a VPN and go back to the original WWE network. It still works in other countries.
Yep, it's gonna get to that point. It is where everybody has a VPN. Nobody's gonna subscribe to this crap anymore. We've had enough. And I gotta say, guys, as far as this match goes, strategically speaking, I don't have a chance to win that championship right now. The way this is going, it seems like we're gonna agree on damn near everything. So I am gonna go out on a limb here. And it's been done before. They have swerved us before. We thought somebody was ready. This is their time. And then boom, not yet. So I think IYO SKY takes and is crowned this champion after Saturday night. I'll take IYO SKY in that match. CM Punk and his better half, AJ Lee, who hasn't wrestled in 10 years, guys, taking on Seth Rollins and the man, Becky Lynch, in a mixed tag team match. This is so damn obvious. Is it as obvious to you guys as it is me, or am I just not thinking about this as much as I should? Desmond, what do you think about this match?
Honestly, I think it's hard to call. And here's why. Because one, you have two champions in Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Do you really want either one of them to take a pin in a match that doesn't really matter? To start out with. But at the same time, you also have AJ Lee's return, and they've been building Becky as being scared of her. Do you really want AJ to lose on her return match? There is no upside here. I mean, the fans are going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of this match. But as far as a booking standpoint, it's kind of really hard to set up there. I think what they're going to do is, I think that we're going to see CM Punk and AJ win by hook or by crook. I'm not sure if it's going to be because the heels decide to cheat and get caught and get a disqualification. I don't know if it's going to be a pinfall. I don't know how it works. I would like to see it be a pinfall, because I would like to see Punk pin Rollins again and get his shot at the title. But we could also see AJ get the pinfall, and then she have a shot at Becky Lynch. So I'm gonna go with Punk and AJ, but tentatively, because I really don't know with this match.
Okay, interesting. Vincent Kennedy Bucci, your thoughts?
A lot of what Desmond said is very accurate. This is a hard one to call. And it is a match that is, I don't know, I'm probably in the minority. I have not enjoyed the build-up to this match. I think that I just want to be one of those things where the match is going to be great, but the build-up makes me shudder. Legitimately don't like it. I hate it every bit.
Yeah,
so I'm going to stop you right there.
Most people are enjoying the build-up on this one.
So yeah, I wanted to stop him right there and ask, what would you do differently exactly?
Well, I will say this. After Becky Lynch hit AJ Lee with the manhandle slam, I would have had her roll out of the ring and retreat to the back and not have the guy whose wife just got knocked out stand face to face with the person that knocked out his wife, get slapped in the face, and not do a goddamn thing. That's about as believable as Mr. and Mrs. Claus having a threesome with a tooth fairy.
I disagree with you. You've got this mindset that guys in general are going to hit a woman. Most guys have this concept in their head that it doesn't matter what the woman does, you don't hit them.
All I know is there better be a receipt somewhere in this match, because this is insanity.
AJ's going to get the receipt. AJ's going to get the receipt. That's
Yeah.
why AJ's here, because AJ can get the receipt for Punk without Punk having to lay a hand on
Yeah, AJ Lee's there was not they're winning the match. AJ Lee's getting the pin on Becky. Because Becky's already the women's Intercontinental Champion, even though I feel like she did not need this belt for this feud. That's why I was not happy with the fact that's why I felt Nikki Bella should have went over at the pay-per-view, because it would have made more sense for her to drop that belt and then join the Vision, just like Braun Breaker when he dropped his belt and he joined the Vision. Becky Lynch does not need the title. Seth clearly does. Seth needs his belt. Becky does not.
If what's going to come down to Nikki wasn't sticking around. I think
if that's the case, then I agree. But again, we didn't know that at the time. But I'm saying if Nikki Bella's not sticking around, then yes, that was the right decision. But if she had shown up on Raw the next night and was already in another feud, I'd be like, this is bullshit. Then, of course, the Fatal 4-Way, that was, obviously that was how it was going to end. Becky with the low blow obviously works in that regard for Seth to retain, because we all know Seth was going to retain. But yeah, Punk and AJ are winning this match, but it's AJ's going to pin Becky, because they're going to keep Punk and Rollins, continue to have them toy with each other. But it's going to, because I feel like this match is more for AJ than the other three. This is more
100%.
about the return for AJ and less about the Punk and Rollins feud, because they've clearly designed this around AJ Lee.
Well, yeah, but it evens the odds for Punk bringing AJ back.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying the AJ Lee is getting the win because this is more about AJ's return,
right,
than it is about Punk and Rollins feuding or Becky and Seth being married and their awkward chemistry on screen. Like, I'm sure if we met them in real life, they're a great couple off screen, but on screen they just do not click. They do.
You know what?
Click.
Okay. So I've actually read something recently that said that despite their real hostility when he returned, apparently Seth Rollins and Punk are actually becoming friends behind the scenes.
Who's saying this?
I don't remember. As I just read, I read an article. It was an offhand. I don't know how true it is. I'm not. So once again, take it with a grain of salt. But supposedly, because of their working relationship, how much time they're spending together, they are building a legitimate friendship.
Okay,
good.
That's
great. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people thought it was there already, but it's like, no, it's like everybody's like, see, look, they're really friends. They're talking because they saw on the Unreal documentary, and it's like, you do know that wrestlers will still sit and go over a match even if they don't like each other. Like, people forget that concept of wrestling. It's like, everybody has a coworker they don't like, but when you're at work, you got to work with them.
It's called being professional.
Exactly, it's called being professional. It's like wrestling fans today can't comprehend that, because their whole thing is, if I don't like you, I'm over here. Well, yeah, that works when you're off the clock, but when you work with somebody, you're stuck with the asshole even if you don't like them.
I'm sure that's probably how the Moose felt that one time he met you, Booch. He felt like, man, I'm just trying to be professional over here, and this guy's getting on my damn nerves.
Oh, shit.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have time to talk about that. We have to move forward here. I just want to say, as far as this match goes, yeah, I don't see any reason why Becky nor Seth have to win this match. I think it's right. The writing's on the wall. This is all for AJ Lee. This is about her return. I'm excited to see, is she going to be a every week player, or is this more of a every now and then thing? Do you guys know about that?
She has signed a full-time contract for 5 years.
Oh, there you go.
She back.
That's the insight.
I don't know if it said 5 years, but it did say several years.
Well, that's better than once a year or something like that, like we're seeing with Lesnar. But yeah, that's great. So all three of us agree that CM Punk and AJ Lee are winning that one. And then there was the last one. Not sure if it's going to be the last match of the night. It's definitely going to be the last one we speak on, and that's the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, taking on the Vision, Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. I'm going to start with this one, if that's okay with you guys. Sure. I really believe that Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker need a dub right now. I understand that there are chemistry things going on right now with Jimmy and Jay. You got LA Knight mixed in there. It's a little bit complicated. And I also think that the Usos are still over, not as much as they were before, but they're still over. And there are a lot of people that need to see what I need to see. And what we all need to see, and I think we can agree, is the Vision get the W Saturday. What say you guys? Whoever wants to go first, feel free.
I got to agree. realistically, the Usos are not. They're not a current tag team. Let's be real here. It's not happening. The Jay is very much a solo star right now. Everybody involved is currently solo, and so I really don't see. I don't see the Vision taking another loss right now. They don't need it at all. They need a win terribly. And with all the trouble and the drama going on with the face side, this is the time. It's like they're going to have some kind of a miscommunication. It's going to cause the loss, and nobody's going to really be hurt by it.
Yep. Non-title match. Yep.
So I really feel like this is the moment to give the Vision this win.
Yep. 2 on the side of the Vision. Booch, you gonna differ here, huh? Just for the sake of the card. I mean, look at what all the picks are very similar.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, yeah, the picks are similar, but and here's the dilemma I have, because Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are in desperate need of this win. Okay, between the loss at SummerSlam and the L that Bronson Reed took from Roman Reigns, which was a goddamn dickhead.
So stupid.
It was stupid. That was stupid. And then, of course, everybody's like, well, he did the tsunami thing after the match, and Roman got stretched out. Yeah, you stretched out the part-timer. I'm not impressed. The part-timer got stretched out. I can understand if it was like CM Punk or Seth Rollins getting stretched out, okay. But when we know he's a part-timer, it doesn't help with the story, is what I'm saying. Agreed. And then again, this is the thing I keep saying all the time. Yes, you can attack the guy after the match, but if you constantly losing, you don't get to go on Raw the next day talking crazy.
Unless you're a heel, then it can work.
And now some people say, like I know in the past, and this is not an attack on Desmond, I'm just making an example of a point that he made. He brought up that Bray Wyatt used to do that all the time. Well, here's the thing. Paul Heyman, you're not Bray Wyatt. Bray was able to get away with that because of the gimmick that he had.
You are completely misquoting me.
Did you say Bray Wyatt lost a lot?
Oh, yeah, he 100% lost a lot, but I sure as fuck didn't use that as a way to defend Bray. No, I said that completely ruined his credibility, and that's why he was only able to win that championship once.
Okay, good point. I messed that. Sorry, I'm making the point that people use that in the past. I'm saying he's not Bray Wyatt. Bray can get away with that. They can't, is what I was trying to say. But yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Bray was able to maintain his fan base because he was so good on the mic.
Yes.
But as far as credibility and believability, the fans lost faith in his wins.
Yeah. And it's going to happen here too. Like, you can't come back the next day talking crazy. Now you got the Usos. They're dysfunctional right now. So there's no reason, unless the Usos are going back into the tag team division permanently, which it looks like they're not, it's not going to work. So they need this win desperately because, again, they've lost too many big profile matches and need to be taken seriously because, again, these are the guys that Seth Rollins is supposed to rely on to protect him. If they're losing all the time, it's kind of hard for me to go, oh, yeah, they're going to protect you? So, yeah, okay. Like, part of having...
In all fairness, you don't have to be winning matches to protect people. You just got to hurt people.
Yeah, exactly. But still...
And they are good at the hurting people.
Yeah, they got that part right. But then when it comes time for them to get in the ring, it's like, every time you're in a fight, you get your ass kicked. Like, at some point, it's...
I mean, you're onto something, though, Booch. When they do decide to dissolve this faction, they could use that as part of the storyline. If they continue to decide to let them lose consistently, I could see Seth Rollins start to be like, what am I doing here? You know, it would be slow. They'd have to drag it out, but you never know how they could use that.
I think with how they're going to dissolving this is eventually Braun Breaker is going to get sick of being a lackey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but in order for him to get to that point, he needs to
stack some wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's like, okay, I'm winning. I don't need the Vision. I'm out of here. But the more he loses, the more it's like, I need this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing. You can't be a loser and walk away from a group. You got to be a winner. You got to have the value. So when you walk away, they're pissed you left.
Right.
So Bronson and Braun, they need this win. And again, with the whole LA Knight factor and the more arrogant Jey Uso gets. And I called the possibility of a heel turn with him at SummerSlam. It could be coming this Saturday.
Yeah, I say, and here's the thing: is we're currently in a situation where it might be Jay, it might be LA Knight. One of them is turning heel.
Oh God, if it's LA Knight, I'm gonna lose my shit.
LA Knight could be a great fucking heel. Don't even start.
I mean, honestly, he's been screwed over so many times. It's believable. Like,
not only that, but he is such an arrogant character. He wouldn't have to change much.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been a heel before, so it works. I'm just, you know me. All right.
So what's your pick? Are you going with
Reed and Braun Breaker? I'm going with that.
All right, so let's recap here. So just so we're clear on all the matches, all three of us believe that John Cena, the 48-year-old John Cena, is going to beat the 48-year-old Brock Lesnar. All three of us believe that Cody Rhodes is going to win, beat Drew McIntyre. The only difference there is I think he's going to win via DQ. IYO SKY, I'm going alone, flying solo from the top rope. She takes on Stephanie, whatever her last name is, Vaquer, mispronunciations galore. Ucha Dez on her side, behind the horns there. CM Punk and AJ Lee, all three of us believing that they're going to take the dub and defeat Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. And I think all three of us agree that AJ Lee is going to pin Becky Lynch. I mean, am I wrong there?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't necessarily think it's a given, but I do see the reasoning.
Makes the most sense. Yeah, so we'll see. And then
I'll take it a step further. I think she should win with the octopus.
I haven't seen that move in 10 years.
Since she left. Since she left. Actually, I saw it. She performed it. She performed it on the show Heels.
You know who I miss? You know whose intro I miss is Melina. That's the intro I miss. That was so badass, dude. I don't care who you are.
And fucking Nitro always fucking stuck his head in and blocked it.
Boo! Boo this man. All right, so, and then the last match, all three of us agree that Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are going to get the necessary win. So, Booch, looks like you and Desmond picked all the same, and we all picked all the same with the exception of me going with IYO SKY here. This ought to be interesting, fellas. Tell me how it goes, because I don't have ESPN. So until next time.
If IYO wins, you're champion. If IYO doesn't win, I'm champion.
Yep.
We're good.
Come on, IYO. Come on. Do it for us, baby.
I'm an IYO fan. I just don't see her winning this one.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're wrong. And so do all the Wins Worldians who demand justice here. Until next time, we will never, well, we have in the past, we'll try to never leave you without some sage wisdom and advice. And the first of which is to have a nice day.
Bang, bang.
The champ makes the rules, bitches.